All signs point to this as the Eagles have the opportunity to capitalize on a glaring weakness in the Giants defense, and this is the perfect opportunity to get the offense going, especially to number 11. We'll break down everything just hours before a Week 6 matchup with the New York Giants. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Eagles Digest, giving you guys a special game day edition episode here on Eagles Digest. We appreciate all the support. We are getting ready for the Eagles and Giants game at 8 p.m. Eastern on Amazon Prime. So you guys better be able to watch that and get ready for this big divisional matchup. But before we get into everything surrounding that matchup, if you guys are a part of the 94.8% who aren't subscribed to these videos, let's subscribe. Let's comment down below to join in on these best fans in the NFL, in the Philadelphia Eagles fans. Guys, better hit that subscribe button so you're notified of all the videos that show up regarding the Philadelphia Eagles. But getting right into this video, as we're talking about A.J. Brown, wide receiver 1. Let's talk about him a little bit. When we're looking at this matchup initially, you have everything regarding Saquon and his a documentary that has came out. So you guys better check out that documentary as well on Amazon before the game. But, everything surrounding Saquon coming back for a second time in New York and everything going there. But when we're looking at another offensive catalyst to this team, one of the most important guys, A.J. Brown, he has just been the chatter amongst these Eagles offensive struggles. We've heard that he has sent out a tweet that has just been, very controversial, thinking that he might be leaving the Philadelphia Eagles and might want to trade out. And then he was back in his comments there. So there's definitely something with A.J. Brown and what he is wanting to get more integrated in the offense, and rightfully so after not a great performance against the Denver Broncos. And according to Nathan Janke from PFF, that is exactly what could happen today. As he said, if there is any team against which Brown can turn his season around, it's the heavy man coverage Giants. And honestly, guys, why is this the case with A.J. Brown? Well, when you're looking at the Giants defense against wide receivers this season, targets allowed are 30th, yards allowed are 31st, and catches allowed is 32nd. This is the perfect opportunity for Jalen Hurts, Kevin Patullo, and this Eagles offense to start rolling and feeding it to A.J. Brown. And this is the perfect opportunity for him to go out there and have a career day. I mean, there's not a better matchup than you can see with A.J. Brown and this Giants secondary. I mean, the Giants defense has ranked bottom of the league in most defensive categories, and passing has been the number one Achilles heel in the defensive categories for the New York Giants. And honestly, A.J. Brown this season, he is wanting to turn his season around in a big way. When we're just looking at these numbers, I've said it before on a past episode about A.J. Brown, is that when you're looking at the Rams game, 109 yards and a touchdown, that is the outlier between all of these other stats that are going on here. 8 yards in the first game, 27 yards in the second game against the Chiefs, 7 yards against the Buccaneers, and 43 yards against the Broncos. And when you're looking at the targets, I mean, in the Rams, the most targets, the most yards. And then when you're just looking at all these other games, just not getting A.J. Brown involved. And we've seen in those games, we've seen in the Rams game, it came down the wire because the Eagles didn't do well in the first half. But when we're looking at all of these games, I mean, the Buccaneers, the Eagles almost lost that one. The Chiefs, the Eagles almost lost that one. So there's a lot of different scenarios that could have happened if A.J. Brown was able to get the ball, and the win could have been much more of a decisive win for the Eagles. So today, definitely got to give Jalen Hurts the time in the pocket force feed A.J. Brown. You definitely want to get it to A.J. Brown as much as you can, as well as DeVonta Smith and Dallas Goedert. But I definitely think that A.J. Brown is going to have a career day today because he is coming off a short week. It's coming off another week where the offense is not looking good from quarter one all the way to quarter four. So you got to make sure that you can just show against a lowly Giants team who is starting a rookie quarterback. You want to go into MetLife Stadium and you want to make a statement and say that, that Broncos game, that was just a fluke. We are here. This is the 2025 Philadelphia Eagles. We, on paper, we're supposed to beat them. And in real life, we got to make sure that we can beat them. And it has just been something where the offense really needs to start rolling in a big way. And I'll dive deep into the numbers a little bit more in the Giants defensive numbers. This was from Glenn Irby at Eagles Wire. He dove deep on the Giants defense. He said the Giants are 26th in total defense at 372.2 yards per game, 26th in rushing defense, 25th in passing defense, and 22nd in points allowed per game. Philadelphia is good enough offensively to pick how they want to poison the Giants' undermanned defense. Outside of star defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence, Bobby Okereke, or the trio of pass rushers, this unit doesn't have the horses to run with the Eagles offensively. And they don't. When we're looking at everything, they do not. They do not have the horses on their team to compete with the Eagles. And that should be a great opportunity for the Eagles to really explode. Offensively, defensively, special teams, just everything needs to come into fruition today and just be dominant. And when we're looking at the stats for A.J. Brown against the Giants, it's been pretty good. I mean, when you're looking at back in 2022, he had 70 receiving yards and a receiving touchdown at the Giants, 95 yards, 80 yards. Didn't have a great game when it was the last game of the season when the Eagles were collapsing in early 2024. But when it was the 20th of October, he was able to explode for 89 yards and a touchdown. So he's been able to get outside of the 1-7-2024 game where the Eagles were collapsing. He has been a big catalyst in why the Eagles have been able to, win all of these games. And it's going to happen tonight. They're going to have a big preface on stopping Saquon Barkley with everything that is going on with Saquon Barkley in his documentary and coming out of an injury, and he's trying to get going as well. So a lot of the attention is going to be on Saquon Barkley as it has been all season. So I feel like A.J. Brown today, Jalen Hurts can get to him. They had a meeting this week. They had a meeting with Saquon, Hurts, and Brown, just being able to get it to him. Not really use Barkley as a decoy per se, but you can have that ability where they don't want Barkley to break out the game. Get it to A.J. Brown off of a really bad defense and just show why you are the best team in the NFC. And then we're looking at the Giants defense. They've allowed 6 passing touchdowns on the season. That's 24th in the NFL and 237.2 yards. And, we're looking at what Brian Dable has been able to say a lot of great things about the Eagles ahead of this matchup. And he said something about A.J. Brown that, we all are used to. He said, you watch the tape. A.J. Brown is open a lot. And he is. I mean, he's been able to get separation against receivers. I know that there's a clip that's going around with A.J. Brown not running the route against Denver that really could have broke open the game. But I definitely think that today, Kevin Patullo, Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, they are going to have a huge difference in why the Eagles offense is going to turn around and they are going to explode tonight against the Giants, because it is now or really never, because this is the best matchup statistically on paper for the Eagles offense to break out and show why they are the best team in the NFC. Why they are the best team in the NFC. Just completely duped that whole outro. But that's going to do it for another edition of Eagles Digest. Appreciate all of the support you guys are giving us. Hope you guys tune into the game tonight. Definitely going to have post-game coverage regarding this game and everything surrounding the Eagles this season. Hope you guys enjoy the game, and fly, Eagles, fly, and go Birds.